The internet went out. So I'm going to actually start all over. I'll have to work on tagging people. Let's see if I can do it now. Oh, I can do it. So let's do this. Let me do this first. Okay, why is it this not working? Oh. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna start all over because for whatever reason the internet went out, my computer is not working, so I'm gonna do this on my phone. So I mentioned earlier in the week that something has to give. A philosophy change is needed. It's necessary, it's imperative. And I mentioned the Night of the Kings game, that game would mean nothing if we came on Friday and played no defense. It wouldn't matter. That win wouldn't matter. One reason, consistently. That goes into. All right. Hopefully this will stay on this time. I'm going to have to use up my whatever because the internet keeps going in and out. One reason it matters is because we can't win consistently. We literally needed to win out the rest of January to have a shot, really, at even being looked at and viewed as a serious contender again. We needed a 33 game Laker winning streak. I said that the other night after the Kings game. That's what we really need to do. At this point, too many teams are better than they were a year ago in the East. Just point blank. The philosophy has to change. It has to change. So going into tonight, we know we have other players coming back and all this kind of stuff. But again, I harken back to the game we played against Cleveland. And it's like, why are we playing 8-man rotations when we have other players to help continue to bring that energy back? And we have other players on that bench. We need to give them a chance to see if they can move their feet a little bit more. Let's see if they can fight through some more screens. Let's see if they can rotate. Let's see if they can stay on their man. Maybe what they learned in the G League works better than what is not being learned up here. Because again, defense is not being taught. On my other video before it got cut off, I mentioned that how the announcer mentioned the assistant coach on the Lakers who teaches skills and things of that nature. And, I think it was Linda mentioned Darvin Ham being gone. And how that's affecting. We don't have an assistant coaching staff that's helping out right now. And I remember a year and a half ago, I said, you know what? We can keep LP, but we need better assistants. Somebody got to help. And that's where when Nate came in, we're figuring, is my internet back? Oh, let's see. I'm gonna risk this here. Figuring there it is. Here it is. Here it is. And at the end of the day, it ended up working. LP couldn't work out. But at this point, it's like, who is helping Nate? Who's helping Nate, dog? Last year, he got the team to believe. Right now, there's definitely no belief system, and we've officially regressed. I've tried to hold off on that at this point. Excuse me. Because individually, John hasn't regressed. Trey hasn't regressed. But the pressure is on now because of the situation. Look at what Trae has to do. Because people keep standing around because there is no philosophy on offense. He's doing too much. He's doing too much. He's doing too much. Now I got my internet back. I can get back on the... So that's one part of this, okay? The other part of this is things like we saw tonight that was just straight up embarrassing. Gallo just standing around like he don't got nothing to do. Just a vagabond. Mysterious vagabond out there. There's just times I just want to turn off the TV. I'm like, why are we watching this anymore? Like this is just straight up embarrassing now. Again, defense is not letting the team miss, hoping that the team miss shots. Lakers should have had more than 17 3-pointers tonight. We were not going to defend any of them. We were going to run 15 feet. Your man is over here. I'm right here. I got all day to shoot the ball. I got all day to shoot the ball because we're not going to come and defend. We're not. We're not going to rotate. We're not going to call out on switches. On offense, we're going to just stand around and hope for the best with Trae. We're not going to run anything. We're not going to run anything through anybody. It doesn't matter. What was the coach saying on the sideline when they did the micing? Well, if he could finish around the basket. What? What are you talking about? Man, my internet is really jacking me up right now. Glad I'm not doing a radio show right now. So I was where I was at the point of where my internet initially cut off. Our history of letting people who shouldn't be blowing us out doing it. So tonight it was Monk with 29, Avery freaking Bradley, 8 for 11 he shot. 21 points. Melo, 17. Yeah, no big deal about Melo getting 17. But Horton Tucker getting 21 on us? I said it exactly how you needed to hear it. Teams shoot several more percentage points higher when they play us. Sometimes 10 points. Now, tonight, the Lakers shoot usually 34% from three. Tonight, they shot 41% from three. Should have been more. But they missed some shots. Of course, they got the points off turnovers and fast break points and all that kind of crap. I'll talk about that days on end. But what we need to talk about, though, is the reason that neither Cam or Red Mamba started. And because of that, you had TLC go 23 minutes and score no points. He went 0 for 5. Those are his shots. All of them threes. He missed all of them. And kept getting put back into the game. Just like the other night when they kept letting Gallo shoot us out of the game. Bogey, he had 15 points. He was 4 for 9 from 3, but he was 5 from 12 for the game. 27 minutes he played tonight. Trae didn't have a good shooting night, 8 for 21. He was 1 for 7 from 3. That's what really hurt us at the end of the day. His free throws, as usual. Had 9 boards out there boarding like Olajuwon again. 14 assists. Can't stop him. But he had those 9 turnovers, though, because he was doing too much. Some of them were dumb, though. I don't mind the turnovers where he's trying to get the ball to someone legitimately, but some of it was just dumb. It was just stupid. But you couldn't pull them because you got to have them out there. Clint had 9. He had 11 rebounds. No blocks. Had a steal. Oh, by the way, LeBron played center again, but I don't even want to talk about that. He was hitting his turnaround, Jay. I give him that and everything, but for the most part, Red Mamba, another over 50% shooting night. He shot 60% tonight. He played, I don't have my glasses on right now. Where is it at? There it is. He played almost 30 minutes tonight, 28 minutes. You know what, though? He should have had 35 minutes. He should have had all the TLC's minutes. But that's not a smart thing to do. One of your best scorers on your team, that's not smart to keep him on the floor the most. It's not smart. It's not how we do it. It's not the Atlanta Hawk way. Cam played 13 minutes tonight. He missed all his shots. He didn't score tonight. Wasn't looking good at all out there. Truth be told. But we kind of need, I would rather much have him out there doing whatever he be doing rather than having TLC out there, because at least Cam has a propensity to hit a big shot every now and again, like he did the other night. Even though he didn't have the greatest night in the world, he had that big three. He should have had 23 minutes tonight, not TLC. Gallo had, 13 points. He had 2 assists tonight, had 5 boards, had an offensive rebound. But his defense killed us. I'm not saying it was Gallo's fault altogether, but the minutes he was in there kind of was. You go on runs when Gallo was out there because there's no defense is going to be played near him at all. He's not going to step out. He's not going to do it. He won't do it. He did it once near the end. He finally got out and acted like he was going to jump in front of somebody. He finally did move his feet. Finally. He played 18 minutes tonight. Big O hit all of his shots in 18 minutes. Had 12 points. I think he only had 3 free throw attempts. He hit 2 of 3. Had 7 boards. Had an offensive rebound. Played pretty good tonight. Did what he could to help out. DeLon Wright, he was 1 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. He did have 5 assists tonight. He missed a lot of assists, though. A lot. And that was it. Skylar Mays played 2.5 minutes. Sharif, again, they're averaging 2.3 minutes. Sharif came in there, had the turnover, of course, because he hadn't been playing for a year or so. But he did hit a 3. Had 2 boards. He was 1 for 1. Skylar, he was 1 for 1. 100%. Yeah. Jalen Johnson, coach's decision. And of course, this was the night to sit Lou, of course. Because TLC got to get his minutes, right? So, what are we going to do? It's now or never. Your general manager has said twice now in a short period of time that the team doesn't care about defense. And there it is. The team in 20 games this season has given up 110 or more points. In 20 games this season, the Atlanta Hawks have given up 110 points or more. You can't be the top 2 offense in the league and give up 110 points or more every freaking game. We like that. We are so below a playoff team now, it's getting embarrassing at this point. And Travis Slank has basically said it now. And at this point on national TV, I mean, I joked. I was like, we need to be trading people now during the game. Can you do that? Is that legal? Need to be like the Emperor Palpatine. I'll make it legal. I'm so serious at this point. We needed to be trading people during the game. I know it might not be legal or right, but just like, again, Emperor Palpatine said, I'll make it legal. I'll make that treaty work. Y'all know Star Wars. Come on, don't act like y'all don't know. Travis Slank needs to say, look, Adam Silver, I need to trade people as the game is going on. We got the money. Wrestler, get me the plane. We need to fly some people out. During the game, right after halftime, we got a whole different team out there. Because this ain't going to work. We can't. Because the people who shouldn't be out there, unfortunately, keep getting out there and keep getting minutes. And until those people ain't here no more, that's how it's going to be. And we supposed to just sit and take it. Apparently, I ain't. Not after tonight. Because we should have won this game tonight. We played defense for 4 quarters the other night, proving that we can do it. We could have been doing it all season, but there it was. You had to get threatened by your general manager, who you know the owner has talked to about this. You know it. For Travis to say that joke twice, again, the first time he said it, it should have been an instant, overnight thing to where all of a sudden you see expeditious energy, all kind of different defensive fronts and all kind of stuff. That didn't happen. We almost got worse. So for him to say it a second time and to get one game, we got one game out of threatening the whole team again. Not enough. You got to. He's forced to make changes now. I don't know what he's going to do. Remains to be seen. But there's so many different deficiencies on the defensive end per the team. It's going to be hard. But a night like tonight, where we had no business letting role players destroy us, and I mean destroy us. Horton Tucker was 6 for 6 from 3. Carmelo Anthony was 3 and 3 from 3. LeBron James, wait a minute, that's free throws. My bad, y'all. Malik Monk was 7 for 12 from 3. Avery Bradley was 4 for 7. Melo was 4 for 7. I don't have my glasses on. LeBron took 6 threes. He just missed his. That's it. They should have had more than 17 threes this game because they had wide open shots the whole night. We were just going to keep overplaying people and not rotating. Switching when you didn't need to switch. We had so many different dumb matchups out there. It doesn't make logical basketball sense. I'm sorry, this is just basketball we're talking about. And half the stuff that happens don't got nothing to do with basketball, basically. It really don't. We would have a better chance if somebody could operate the Hawks like on 2K and somebody just take the controls. We would have a shot then. Because now you're just playing basketball. Whatever they're doing out there ain't basketball. I'm just being frank with you now. That's why it took so long to come on tonight. Because I had to think about what I wanted to say. So, how do you fix it? Because it's now or never. Like, we have 21 losses officially now. Right? I don't know where we are. I guess I can check the standings real quick since I'm on here. I'm tired of talking about the stats right now. So where is standings? There we go, standings. So with this loss, we're still in 12th. I think they updated it. So we're still in 12th, below the Celtics. We're 10 games behind in the East now. I don't know where we are division-wise. I don't feel like looking at that right now. So on the surface, you can say we still got a shot, but not really, because why? We can't sustain a winning streak. I mean, the Toronto Raptors are in 7th right now, beating people. You see what I'm saying? We're so far below the Mendoza line, it's embarrassing. The Knicks up there winning games like they're in the championship. Let me stop before I get in trouble. So what do you do? What do you do to fix it? Because obviously it ain't going to be by the players on the floor. And it's not going to be because of the coaching staff, because neither one of them are concerned with playing defense. So we literally going to have to find some players that play better defense. We're going to have to make basically drastic changes at this point. For what Clint Capella does, I like Clint. I don't want to have him gone. However, his propensity to miss shots, easy shots, layups, putbacks, dunks, dinks, bunnies, and then, unfortunately, his propensity to not play great defense on the better centers of the league, it might be time to make a switch. We got to play defense. Wherever we got to sacrifice, we got to make the defensive switches. And again, he's up there as far as defensive centers and everything, but it don't match up at night. Every night, it doesn't match up. And tonight, he wasn't even really playing the center tonight. Because also the word is impact. Cam or Hunter, Hunter or Cam, Cam or Hunter, Hunter or Cam. Which one? Hunter ain't played in 3 years, basically. Unfortunately, we might not ever know what kind of impact he can have. Cam, he has those moments. And then he has other moments. Bogey, he could be a clutch player, but right now he hasn't been. We shot a lot of air balls tonight, too. Anybody notice that? Mostly because we're not moving without the ball and we're just having to put up shots at the end of the shot clock because, that's how we do. And we don't have no offensive flow or rhythm when Trey goes on the bench. We're just out there again. I was never supposed to ever say again that we just out there. I said that for 3 years. This wasn't the year for me to have to say that we're out there again. We just out there doing stuff. John is back on the floor, and it's just we don't forgot that John Collins is a basketball player. I know we have a sub coach or whatever, but we actually have John on the team, y'all. He's there. The bench. Again, energy. Just for the fact that you keep hearing that word energy over and over and over and over and over again, and we don't want to address it. Lou is not a point guard. And Wright, unfortunately, for sometimes that he does okay. Do you want okay or do you want impact? DeLon Wright, for 3 straight years, averaged 10 and 5. He is not doing that now. If he was doing that now, we would have a little bit different record. I guarantee you that. He has a 20-point game every other month. Is that enough for y'all? He's averaging 3 points and 2 assists a game. That is no impact. He had 5 assists tonight, though. But where was those 5 assists at? Were those 5 assists helping an actual flow of the game and giving people better shots and actually not having lulls in the game? Or were those just a matter of just kind of running the floor? And that's different. That's different. We need we need a point guard. And I think what else can get worse than letting Sharif get 20 minutes at this point? Actually giving him real minutes. 2.3 minutes is no way to measure what kind of player you are. All these other players get time. You got an undrafted free agent playing on the Lakers, giving impact. They were mentioning it last night. Maybe not so much this particular game because they didn't really need him. But he was out there, though, at least. But our guys get 2.3 minutes or DNPs. The Nets play their rookies. Utah plays their young. Everybody plays their guys. But we refuse to do it. Why? Who's playing better? Who's playing that well to deserve those kind of minutes at this point? What has TLC done for me lately? Where's Janet Jackson at? To deserve 20 plus minutes and score no points. Again, Gallo, what he doesn't play defense to be allowed to shoot us out of game like he did the other night. He went 4 for 17, whatever stupid was, and 1 from 7, and played no defense on top of that. That particular game, it was almost just that was him. We lost the game by 5 points with someone scoring 56 points and getting 14 assists, and we lost the game. How were we allowed to do that? Do I got to go back and read those stats out again on what happened? I can't. I'm not going to do it. Go watch the other video from that night, the Portland game, because we weren't going to double team the person who was killing us on the opposite side of the ball. We weren't going to double team him. We was going to keep letting him score. He was going to score 64 Portland if we had let him. Red Mamba been balling out of control, and he can't even stay on the floor. How long were they going to keep Trey out tonight? I was just like, man, don't even bring Trey back. You're going to do us like this? You're going to do us like this? Go ahead. This national freaking TV. I'm checking something. Give me a second. I don't have my glasses. Trey played 35 minutes tonight. Trey needed to play 43 minutes tonight, y'all. Sorry. He ain't hurt. He out there. I don't get it anymore. What are you saving it for? What are you saving it for? What are you saving it for? John played 32 minutes. There's no need for it. So what are you going to do? Again, you're going to have to find some defensive players. You're going to have to. Again, I believe at this point you've got to be desperate enough to be like, okay, if you switched out Clint for either Turner or Sabonis, you lose the block shots, but you get all the finishes in the paint and somebody who can move their feet on the defensive side against a defensive center. Okay, and you gain offense because he can actually hit a jumper. He actually has post moves as well. Whatever Clint was trying to do, turnover bucket, right? He can't do that. He's always trying to do stuff that he literally can't. Because we don't have no big man coach. He ain't been taught. I ain't seen him practicing with Olajuwon over there in Houston. If he was doing that, it'd be a completely different story. But he ain't. And we know we don't got nobody. So what was he doing out there? He was doing too much. It always turns into a turnover. Oh, every single time he tries to do something, except for that one layup the other night. I can't remember what game. He drove to the basket. That was cool and everything. But that's once in a lifetime kind of stuff there. That's not what he does. He can't do it. He doesn't have a propensity of doing it while you're doing it. So do you maybe switch him out for Sabonis somehow? But people say you can't trade him because of the contract and everything. You can trade anybody, bump all that. Do you try to go for Miles Turner? And somebody said Miles Turner won't come off the bench. If you got Miles and traded it for some players or whatever, he wouldn't come off the bench or whatever. Sure he would, because he's here. He's going to do what the coach says, or he ain't going to play. Does he really not want to play? With Turner, you get somebody who can hit a shot. You gain back the you have 3 blocks that you're getting a night from him, average. The ability to hit a jumper, and he can move his feet as well. You won't have to, if he's coming off the bench, he doesn't have to be relied on as a scorer. But now you have somebody who can do it. You have extra. Okay. If that was the rate you go, or you figure out how to get rid of Capella and you put him as a starter. And you got him and John Collins out there. You also open up things on the pick and roll if he's out there. Because why? Because he can hit a shot. Right? On the wing side of things, I mean, do you move? Again, it's a matter of Hunter or Cam. But see, Hunter ain't played, so why would anybody really have the heart to even really want to roll the dice like that right now? We don't know what his status is, right? So I don't know. Again, it's a matter of you got to get some people in here who can play better defense every night, not just one night in a lifetime type of a deal. We can't keep doing this. We can't be allowed to keep doing it because it's not being coached. I keep telling you, there ain't no way in the world defense is being addressed on this team. There is no physical way it's happening because I can watch the games. They're not looking at tape. There's no way you can continue to have people 15 feet away from your three-pointers, from your three-point shooters. There's no way that can happen each and every possession. If it was being addressed in coaching, there's no way. It's impossible. I'm trying to tell you, it's impossible. Our guys ain't open like that. Are they? Nope. Defense. Period. Period, point blank. Can't get around it. So you got to get players that are better because that's the only way it's going to happen at this point. Lose some of the offense if you got to. You got to do it because we'll never be in games. We can't win a series. We can't win it right now. We can't win a series against anybody in the East right now. That's how bad we're playing defense. That's how bad we're playing defense. I have no confidence that we can win a series. And right now, we might not make the playoffs. As of right now, this minute, there's no way we can make the playoffs. There's not what have we seen that can tell us that from this position in the Eastern Conference right now that we're going to leapfrog 7 teams basically to make the playoffs solidly. There ain't nothing there. There ain't nothing there showing that. Is there? Someone tell me. Can't be just Trey. Can't be just John. Can't be just Red Mamba. Can't be. Untouchables, it'd be Trey, John, Red Mamba, and Big O. For sure. I don't think you can trade those guys. I don't think you can trade those guys. Oh, of course, you got to keep Sharif and Jalen. I think you got to do it. Everybody else, I believe, would be on the table at this point. I believe really, you almost have to trade Gallo. He can't play defense for us, y'all. Defense wins championships. We have enough scoring without Gallo still. You know, I'm not saying just Gallo, but he has to be part of a package. Hunter, we haven't even had Hunter on the floor. So you're not really missing anything if you traded Hunter right now. And then you really do have to rely on Cam to say, Cam, you got to be that guy for sure now because you're here. It's a roll of the dice, but it's one or the other. I think Hunter still is the better player, but we might not ever know, and nobody else might not know either. He just might not ever get healthy enough to play every game. And if he does, we just might have to that'll be one that we missed. Because right now, he's not helping us. We should not be in this position, though. We don't need no trades. We just need somebody to say, and that's why I posted earlier. Every time, if you're not going to coach it, fine it. Kids pay attention to their money not being in their pocket, right? Can't get the little trinkets no more when you don't got you all of a sudden, you missing $30,000 all of a sudden out of nowhere. So every time you don't block out, and this is where the assistant coaches can actually do their job, just mark it on a piece of paper, whatever, or on a tablet or whatever you got. Every time you don't block your man out on a shot going up, $15,000. Every time you don't go through a screen, $10,000. Every time you don't rotate, $20,000. Every time somebody hits a wide open three, everybody on the team is fined $25,000. Let's see some feet move at that point. Every time you allow a layup, $50,000. I bet you there will never be an uncontested layup ever freaking again on the Atlanta Hawks. I guarantee it. I can't do my Denzel voice from American Gangster. I'll have to add that to the radio show. I guarantee it. Find them. Find them in an inordinate amount of money. And tell Trey, don't be giving no people no loans or anything. Can't do that. It's coming out your pocket. It's your responsibility. Pride should kick in at this point. How are they still just miffed at playing defense? Basic functionality of defense. How is it every game? This was so embarrassing tonight. It was on national TV. And the only reason they were in the game for a little bit is because there was times where the Lakers just missed shots. That was it. It wasn't because we played defense. We weren't stopping nobody. They just missed shots. Look. The Lakers shot 49% from the field. They were hitting all game. They shot 41% from three. And they hit their free throws. They shot 90% from the free throw line. We didn't stop them. There was no point in time we stopped them. They stopped us, though. A lot. You see what I'm saying? That has to change. The philosophy has to change. And if it's not going to change, we got to change the players. Because last year, you had a philosophy that was instilled and it worked. And the players bought into it and did it. They did their jobs. They did their jobs. And people want to say, well, John got his money and Red Mamba got his money and Trey got his money and now they're not playing as hard. I don't see that from Trey, John, or Red Mamba. Those are the ones who got their money. We're talking about players who didn't get any contract extensions. You see what I'm saying? So that don't fly with me. You see what I'm saying? It don't fly with me. John's block per game percentage has gone up, by the way, and Trey has gotten better on the defensive end, although tonight they were quick to point out where they're targeting Trey and all this kind of crap and whatever, like he's a defensive back or something. Trey had those 9 turnovers, though. That did hurt. That hurt a lot. That definitely did hurt. It negated his 14 assists, basically, almost, really, when you think about it. But it's the lack of defensive intensity. It's the lack of defensive fortitude. It's the lack of defensive discipline. We have no discipline on this team. And it goes into the offense even where, again, we have no offensive flow. There's nothing in sync about our team. We're just out there again. We're supposed to be just out there just fumbling around hoping for the best anymore. We're supposed to be past that. And I know the injuries have affected us. I know COVID, but see, this has been happening before the injuries. Way before COVID and all the mishaps in regards to players missing and all this kind of crap. We played with some energy, and we had a team that was primarily funded by the G League, and we won that game. Trey out there dishing to everybody, and everybody's playing with energy, and everybody's in somebody's face, and we won that game. We can do that on a regular basis. That means the players have to change. That's my main example right there. The faces are going to have to change because there's some players who just want to play harder on a regular basis. And that's what we got to have. Hey, that's what we got to do. Again, you got people in positions that they should not be in primarily anymore. Lou should not be the ball handler. He just needs to shoot. Period. He's a three-time Sixth Man of the Year, not as a point guard. But he's out there primarily handling the ball, even when DeLon Wright is out there, which negates him altogether. Why is he out there on the floor? What is he functionally doing? He's not putting nobody in no offense. He's not calling no play. He ain't doing nothing. And he definitely ain't shooting the ball. He just looked like he don't want to shoot the ball. I'm tired of seeing him pass up shots. I'm tired of that. And or not getting the ball to people. Yeah, he had 5 assists tonight, but he looked off 17 more. As far as I'm let me stop. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Again, I said it. That Kings game would mean nothing if we didn't play defense, and here it is. We didn't play a lick of defense, so that game meant nothing. All that game meant was that we don't have a 3-game losing streak. That's all that meant. That Kings game now is that we don't have a 3-game losing streak right now. And we don't have 22 losses. That's all that Kings game meant. That's it. And now we got to go play the Clippers. If the philosophy is not going to change, we got to change players. If they don't change players, the philosophy has to change. And I've been saying, and this is the other thing that I said. I said this weeks ago, months ago. If this was the NFL, whoever is actually in charge of defense would have been fired by now. This should not be tolerated. The Atlanta Hawks in 20 games have given up 110 points or more. We let teams shoot 10 percentage points higher at the three-point strike when they play us. Vagabonds continually to drop career highs on us and us alone. They don't do this with other teams. Your general manager has called the team out twice now. In the same season. Within weeks. And still no changes have been made. This was national TV, y'all. To be embarrassed like we were. Gave up 136 points. I was so happy that that Cleveland game had been postponed, that, you know, right at the beginning of our COVID stuff, because I really believe we would have let them drop 150 on us. We were in a position we would have given up 150 points that day. We were fortunate to get out of there and not have to play that game. 150-point game is coming at this point, y'all. I hate it, but it's coming. I don't know who it's going to be, but it's coming. Trey can't be trying to have to score 75 points to keep us in games. It don't make no sense now. It ain't cool. It ain't cool that we just forgot how to play basketball. It's not cool that you forget who's on your team. It is not cool that you got people starting and not scoring no points, not contributing at all. It's not cool for these things to be happening when you have other people. Because what's the worst that can happen if you gave Sharif and Jalen 20 minutes a game at this point? What's the worst that can happen? What's really the worst thing that can happen? Instead of giving them 2.3 a night and never give them a chance to get into any kind of a rhythm, and watching TLC go 23 minutes and score no buckets for you, right? Like, do I got to read this off again? I mean, I could do it real quick. TLC, 23 minutes, 0 for 5. All of his shots were 3-pointers. Bogey, 5 for 12. Right? Gallo made up a little bit from shooting out the other night. He had 13 points, but he played no defense whatsoever. Just ghosted out there. DeLon played 15 minutes, had 2 points. He had 5 assists, though, but again, was those 5 assists in the midst of really running an offense, or just 5 assists because people run the floor kind of 5 assists? There's a difference, believe it or not. And also, he wasn't playing enough defense to be out there to do anything. There was no defense being played. Cam went 0 for 4, didn't score tonight. 13 minutes that he did get should have been flipped in the minutes with TLC, though. I don't know why he didn't start. Of course, Kevin played 30 minutes, went 6 for 10 again, 60%, 4 for 6 from 3. Hit all the shots, 16 points, just dropping bombs, dominating out there. But he didn't start either because we're crazy. Because TLC is obviously better. Obviously the better choice. Obviously the better choice, right? Obviously. It's so obvious. Did we win the game tonight, though? I don't think so. Did he do it? Did he stop anybody? We gave up 136 points. So those 23 minutes that he didn't score, where's the value in that? I'm sorry. JJ and Cooper need to be getting those 20 minutes at this point. We don't got nothing to lose. What has been happening is not winning. Tell me something different. We at least need to see what our guys can do. Because what if they can help us? You see what I'm saying? The worst thing that can happen is they do nothing. But what if they actually can help? Per their positions. JJ giving the energy, running up and down the court, blocking shots, getting boards, running the floor, getting easy buckets. And guess what? He can actually shoot a little bit. We know he can. We've seen him do it time and time again. Hitting real jumpers. Again, that 32-point night was not an aberration. He's been averaging 18 and 11. When he got minutes, when you don't get minutes, it's kind of hard for you to do anything. It is hard for any NBA player. Let's see. I can prove it. 2 minutes, 34 seconds. Sharif Cooper had 3 points and 2 rebounds. You mean to tell me if you don't double his points, his production, if you wouldn't triple those minutes, he wouldn't produce more? Skylar played 2 minutes and 34 seconds too. He had 2 points. Better get out of here with that. Dwight Howard in 3 minutes and 42 seconds had, let's see what he had. He had, where's Dwight? He had 3 rebounds. Shoot. Austin Reeves played 18 minutes. 2 points, 2 assists, 2 boards. Wait a minute. My bad. I didn't scroll. He had 2 steals. He had 2 assists. He had a rebound, and he had 2 points in his 18 minutes. He did a little something out there in his 18 minutes. You mean to tell me you don't think JJ can get you 10 points in 12 minutes? 14 minutes, 15 minutes? He can't make some valuable plays out there? He can't move his feet and shift on some of the faster players that keep beating us all the time? He can't take some charges or at least not let nobody go straight to the rim? Offer some kind of a resistance? You trying to tell me that legitimately? You trying to tell me that you drafted a kid who's supposed to be top 5 in the league in the draft, but because of his injury, he dropped some, and we were able to get him, and he can't play at all compared to all the other draftees, either drafted higher or below him. He can't play at all. When we don't got none of our players. We were down 5 players before COVID, he didn't play. And then we got COVID, and then he still didn't play. Then he got COVID and couldn't play, but now he's back and he still can't get on the court. Trade him. Trade him. Trade him and Cooper. Get Trevor Ariza. Is that what we're going to do? Make it make sense, folks. Because we have given up 110 or more points in 20 games this season. Because you got people who won't play defense because it's not being taught. We have no discipline. We don't know what we're doing out there. We refuse to stop overhelping. Again, empty space. My back is turned to my guy. I'm looking at what's on the other side of that court. My foot is on the paint. My foot is at the free throw line, but my guy is behind the 3-point line waiting for the ball to come to him off of penetration every single time. And I'm running to try to throw a hand in the air. And then most of the time, we're not even running. They got a wide open 3. Wide freaking. They hit 17 threes tonight, and it should have been 20 or more. They just missed them. This is happening. I don't know why it's even something to be argued anymore. That's why I said it's now or never. Travis should have been trading people during the game. Sir, is that legal? I will make it legal. That's all I can think about. Travis Slank needs to put on a cape or a cloak, I should say, and he needs to be doing some dealing in the middle of the night. The next game, the Clipper game, we literally need to see half of a new team out there, like for real. Or maybe he should demote half the team to the G League. That could do something, maybe. Can they do that? Can you make that legal? But if they're not going to coach defense, and they're not going to make no trades, again, fine everybody. Every missed blockout, $10,000. Every layup, non-resistance, $10,000. Every wide open 3 that's hit, $25,000. Every time you don't fight through a screen, $5,000. Whatever the amount. Make these guys pay for the nonchalantness on defense. It was embarrassing. Again, I literally was going to jump off my balcony watching Gallo just kind of wander around in the paint, not attached to no man, just looking around. It was just. What was the song I was thinking of while it was happening? You remember the song "Little Red Balloon" or whatever, "My Balloon," whatever that song was. That's what he was looking like. He was just out there, up and away in my beautiful balloon. That's the song. He was just out there, he might as well have been spinning like Sounds of Music or something. The movie, it was ridiculous. I was about to turn it off at that point. I was just like, I'm done. Let me go back to work. Let me go do something else. Let me do something more constructive at 2:00 in the morning. Because this is ridiculous. He didn't have a 50-point night to excuse that. You see what I'm saying? You can't legitimize stuff like that. Nobody's switching off. This is everybody. It ain't just Gallo. It's everybody. And again, Trey had those 9 turnovers. You can't bench him in this case. Should have benched him, but you can't because you got to have him on the floor. Because he is trying to get the ball to people. Hit your shots. He had 14 assists. He had 14 assists tonight. Should have been more. He's going to be leading the league in scoring and assists soon. Probably should have been this year. Despite all that, he still should start the All-Star game, and John should still be in the All-Star game as well. Hopefully we can get him in. Y'all make sure y'all keep voting, despite the foolery. But at this point, I just don't, again, I don't see how we make the playoffs right now. And if we make the playoffs, we can't win a series. Not like this. We can't be sneaking into the playoffs. That's just not going to work. And mostly because of the expectation factor. It is what it is. I didn't like how Mr. Mark Jackson, though, wanted to try to dumb this down and be like the whole team talked about is boring. No, that was just Trey saying that, not the whole team. Don't put that on the whole team. That was his belief. It ain't boring no more, though, I bet. Now we're fighting for our lives. It's now or never. Travis has to make moves. He needs to make moves on the staff, too. I swear. What is Larry Brown doing right now? I'm sorry to be so long-winded on this one, but this is serious. Where's Larry Brown at? Who's another good defensive coach that, we can maybe pull out of retirement? What's Dean Pease doing right now? Oh, they still got one more game. He could draw up some defense for us. Crap. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. It's never been like this before. Last year was one thing. This is totally different. Last year, you knew you had a team. You just need to look. This is why I say it. The philosophy changed. We had the team, but the philosophy was screwed. As soon as that philosophy changed, look what happened. Now, there is no philosophy, and the play is worse. The players are not worse. The play is worse. There's a big difference. And something has to drastically change. And if the coach ain't going to do it, the general manager is going to be forced to do it with the players and bring some different players in here. But I think we got players on the team that can do it. They just need to be given the chance to do it on a regular freaking basis. There is really no reason for Bogey and TLC to start tonight. Really wasn't, y'all. Not this game on national TV with Red Mamba playing as well as he has been playing, and really how well Cam has been playing. It would have been much better for us to have Cam start that game with a mindset, I'm starting a game on Braun SPN in La La Land. I'm about to show out. Instead, you're bringing him off the bench for a little minuscule minutes. And then he trying to do too much because he know he ain't going to be in the game that much. He already know it. Because it's foolery. And that's how he played tonight. That's basically how he played. You saw it. And Bogey, I mean, he hit his threes, though. You give him that. He tried to keep us in the game. But all those other shots counted, too. And he wasn't hitting none of those. I don't know what we're going to do. But I swear to God, if I see another person lay the ball up uncontested, if I see another wide open 3 7 times in a row and nobody goes to defend it, there's no double teaming. And again, I did this on my other video in the Kings game. There is no because I brought up my basketball videos from back in the day. There's no way in the world you would just keep letting the same guy beat you. Somebody got to take responsibility and be like, I can't stick this guy. Or, hey, if you're close enough, you come help. Instantly. Just like they do with Trae Young. Every other team does it to our guy. We never do it to theirs. Never. And I'm like, how is basketball different for us than it is for everybody else? Why are we not allowed to do these things? This is the guy that's killing us. And we're not going to double him? We're not going to double him. We're not. We refuse. We're going to let you see if you can drop 60 points on us. We're going to let you do it, Anthony Simmons. We're going to let you do this. All it is somebody saying, hey, come up. Don't announce it. Don't hint at it. Just do it. Because that's what I used to do. I have people coming around the corner. They don't know I'm about to double them. They have no idea. I'm the big man. They don't know I'm about to pop out. Well, I'm going to pop out because I could trust my guy to catch up to my man. It's called rotation. And it forces them to do something different. Can we force them to make a mistake? Sometimes we could. But at least it wasn't a wide open jumper for somebody who was going to drop 75 on us. I'm not going to let that happen. I Am Legend, Will Smith. Not going to let that happen. We're going to stop you, sir. We're going to stop you. We're going to make somebody else hit a shot. Or two. Or three. But it ain't going to be you. We lose this game. It ain't because we kept letting you shoot it. It's because y'all figured it out. But we won't even try to double team anybody. You double team him each and every single time he even looks at the ball. That's how you stop somebody. You get them out of rhythm eventually because now they can't even touch the ball. It's called ball denial. Oh, Avery Bradley was doing it to Trey, wasn't he? Especially since they know that we're not going to move without the ball. We're just going to stand over here in that corner, that corner, that corner, and that corner. Trey has to do everything. He has to levitate. He has to go through people and turn invisible and crap. Because we're not going to move without the ball. Trey gets 14 assists a night without us moving around. Can you imagine if we actually have a ball? If we actually moved without the ball, how many assists Trae Young? I said this in Summer League 4 years ago. Trey is trying to get 15 assists a night. He's trying to do it. He's trying to do it. Let him do it. He's getting 15 assists a night, y'all, with nobody moving. People standing around. And we won't run the pick and roll enough. We just won't do it. I know teams have caught up to it and they're tracking and stuff like that. Do it from a different side of the court. Do something. Fake the 1-4 pick and roll. If you move without the ball, you could do that and get a couple open shots. Let me get out of here, y'all. But again, I don't know what's going to happen. I hope it happens ASAP. Because if it doesn't happen now, I mean, it's January. We needed to win all the games in January, and we've already, you see what's happened so far. We really had no business losing this game. This was another winnable game. This was a game we needed to win. This was a game we needed to win for the principle of winning 2 in a row, and it was a national game, and it was against the Lakers, and it was against LeBron James. All those reasons we should have won this game. And we got blown out again. 136 points. 2 people who, I guess they're superstars now. I guess, That's how we do it. We make the unknown known. We give them their street cred. I'm a baller now. I'm legit. Legitimize me. Nasser Little dropping 22 on us. Scored 2 points before. 2! Bob Rathman was so adamant about that. This guy here, in our previous meetings, only scored like 2 points a game. And now he has, at the time, 16 points. Bob was trying to lowball it, but no, this guy is killing us. We let indiscreet players beat us. I know it's been our running joke for a long time, but when is it not going to be a joke? Isn't that a problem? Again, pride at a certain point should kick in. And it's not. And that's a problem, isn't it? Travis Slink thinks it is because 2 times in a row now he says this team don't even care. I think I done made mistakes now. Maybe I was drinking that day. I made some of these decisions on the roster. And again, those statements gave us one good game of defense. You would think we would never not play defense again by the principle of it all. I don't care that Nate's not there. I don't care. We basically got most of our guys back now. And we laid an egg out there on national TV. Everybody is responsible for that. Not just Gallo. Not just trading his nine turnovers. Not just TLC zeroing out. Cam zeroing out. It's the whole team that was allowed to play. Anyway, y'all have a good morning, night, or whatever. It's now or never, though. Like, literally, we have to win. Let's see what the schedule is. Let's see if that's even possible real quick. How can I do this real quick? See if I can do this. Oh, there it is. I already pulled it up. Cool. So, Lord have mercy. So we have to play the Clippers, then the Heat again, then the Knicks, then the Bucks, then the Timberwolves. Then the Heat again. God dang, we played the Heat the whole season. Then the Hornets, the Kings, the Celtics, the Lakers again. I wish I could go to that game. I don't know if I can go to that game. Raptors, Suns, Raptors again, the Mavericks, Pacers, Spurs, Celtics. Wait a minute. So let's say the end of January. Clippers, Heat, Knicks, Bucks, Wolves, Heat, Hornets, Kings, Celtics, and then the Lakers to finish out the month. As we're playing right now, heck, we might not win any of these games, except for the Kings. I don't think we can beat the Hornets. Literally, we could lose out the rest of the month, y'all. Like right now, playing like we are, we can't even beat the Knicks. We got to play the Heat 3 times this month, y'all. That's crazy. 2 times at home, that helps a little bit, but guess what? We don't play well at home, so that doesn't really matter. Oh, the 31st. Oh, we play the Raptors, so that I forget there's 31 days. So that's 3. That's a nice little homestand there. But we're not competitive enough to win any of these games right now. We can have 30 losses by the end of the month, y'all. We don't make the playoffs if that happens. Put a fork in us at that point. Literally, we have to win 10 in a row. I said that earlier. I was kind of joking, but now looking at this, somehow or another, we can't lose any of these games to have a shot. We have to win all these games to be looked at as a contender of some sort, to be like we've righted the ship and now we're going to play well for the rest of the season. It's an 82-game season, yes. But we have 21 losses now. You see what I'm saying? In an Eastern Conference that's much better. And even though everybody else is not playing so much better, they kind of are. They're above us. That's all that matters right now. We're in 12th, and we're solid in 12th right now. We have to win all these games somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it. Now, I think we're going to have to trade people. I think we're going to have to make some serious trades. So we'll see what happens. Y'all watch the whole video. Enjoy. Watch my videos from earlier in the week that kind of got to this point. I wanted to be wrong, but here it is. The philosophy hasn't changed. We don't have a philosophy. We have no discipline on defense. We have no philosophy on offense. We're just out there again. We can't win like that. We can't. Right now, we're trusting the wrong people. We just are. Because the results tell us that. The results are telling us that. And to keep ignoring them, when your general manager is paid, general manager has given all the leeway he can at this point. He's been forced to make a move now. Something has to change. So I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know. But we're going to find out. And we're going to have to sit and take it. It might hurt a little bit, but I'd rather it hurt and it gets us competitive and gives us a chance to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals than keep watching this. This is unacceptable. Ain't it? Ain't it? I think that's just me. Maybe I'm the only crazy person out here, but this is terrible. They're languishing away out there. We're wasting Trey and we're wasting John now. Because we won't change. We just gonna keep doing it like we've been doing it and it ain't been working. It's not cool, y'all. How many 3-pointers we're gonna give up to the Clippers? I don't even know who's on the Clippers. Let's check that out real quick. Is Nicholas Batum going to hit 7 threes on us? Luke Kennard. Jay Scrub. Jay Scrub is going to get... Oh, man. Terrence Mann definitely going to drop 80 on us. Reggie Jackson. Eric Bledsoe going to come out and knock out 50 points. I swear to goodness. Actually, this is a game we should win. I don't know. Just for the fact Jay Scrub is on the team, this makes me mad. I tell you the truth. But anyway, we'll see what happens, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm trying to do a radio show Sunday. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna do it later that night. So we're gonna see the first show of the year. Again, I haven't been doing those shows basically for 6 months. So we're gonna try to get one out. I don't know. We're gonna see. And go from there. But it's now or never, guys. I don't know. I'm kind of at the point where I'll accept anything that Travis does as long as he don't trade Trey, as long as he don't trade John, as long as he don't trade Red Mamba, and as long as he don't trade Big O. After that, it's no holds barred because you gotta do something. You got to do something to prove to the rest of the players that there got to be a consequence and accountability for the foolery. And I still say a coach needs to go as well. Coaching staff can't be that comfortable to keep doing nothing. They can't be that comfortable. You're letting it happen. Don't y'all got some pride? Don't y'all got some pride to not let people drop 136 points on you? That's just sad too. That's the saddest part of this whole thing is like there's no pride. Your general manager has had to come on public radio waves and it's in print that this team don't care about defense. The team and the coaches, the team says everybody don't care about defense. Chuck Daly is rolling in his grave hearing stuff like that. You know he is. To hear a team not care about defense. Defense wins championships. It's proven. Even the Golden State Warriors in their high-scoring offense heyday still got stops. We can't get a stop to save our life. We hope that the other team miss shots. That's not defense. Again, the only reason we got close tonight is because the other team got cold. They even said it. Horton started hot, but he's missed a few shots here and there. Right? That's the only reason they missed shots. It wasn't because we were stopping them. They had wide open shots the whole night. They just didn't hit all of them. They should have had 25 threes tonight. Like straight up. They had 17. They shot 50% from the field tonight. Should have been higher. Just giving them layup lines. Lay it up. Filet, whatever that kid says, right? Couldn't be me. I'm sorry. It's basketball. Somebody got to do something. Somebody got to do something. Trade, again, There's a lot of nights where, Clint has a lot of blocks. This should have been a night he had 5 blocks. That didn't happen. Brown was playing center. You see what I'm saying? I mean, what were they doing? How were they getting all those points in the paint? Right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? So maybe that's what you trade for. And again, technique. If people who can't move their feet don't want to move their feet, we need people who move their feet. I'd gladly give up 15 points to get some people who will prevent 30. That balances out. Sorry, it just does. I would hate to move Lou, but Lou definitely don't play no defense. And he don't need to be handling the ball on offense. He turns the ball over too many times when he does that. It'd be crazy turnovers too. Just irritating. I just want him to shoot the ball. You catch it, you shoot it. That's it. You look to shoot. Shoot it 17 times if you got to, but just shoot. I trust that. That I can live with. I can live with that. What I can't live with is him trying to be the point guard out there. And him not playing defense. You can't have both. You can't. It's not cool. I wish we knew what was up with Hunter. That would kind of, but we don't. We do know Cam. And right now I think it's time to trust him at that starting position and let him go. I think we're better with Bogey on the bench, not taking as many shots and just concentrating on those wide open threes that he can get. If we had a ball distributor on the second team, like Sharif, and just let him shoot. Let him be cold-blooded and shoot. We're better. We're a stronger team like that. Big O out there, and again, if Jalen was out there, again, at this point, if we didn't have Gallo and you had Jalen instead, I'm sorry, I'd rather have the defense and the rebounds. He's going to move his feet. He plays defense. He's going to fight through some screens. He plays defense. And he can hit some shots. But we have enough scoring. We have enough scoring. We don't have the defense. That has to even out. I'm sorry. It just has to. And I trust that more than what we have going on, because what we have going on isn't working. We have 21 losses. Nobody can tell me this. If, like Jamal said, if our record was inverted, Trey would be an MVP candidate right now. But it's not. It's the opposite. And it's getting worse. And it don't look like there's no hope for it to get better. So again, what do you got to lose to play your young kids? What do you got to use to keep playing the G League guys? There's no reason for us to play 8-man roster when we still had G League guys up the other night. There's no reason for that. We're playing Portland with 8 guys. 9 guys, I think. There's no reason for that. A couple other extra guys who probably could have won. We lost that game by 5 points. I wish I could get a drink, but I can't drink right now, because otherwise I'd get a drink. I need a drink. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Let me go, y'all. I will talk to y'all another time. Now or never, though. Again, Travis should have been making trades during halftime. I swear to God, he should have. I would have been so hyped. And now in the starting lineup, because, again, at a certain point, you can't just keep rewarding these guys. I've been saying that for years. You're the head coach. If you are teaching these guys this and they're not doing it, why you keep putting them out there, sir? That's on you now. You see what I'm saying? When you're a manager, when you are running something and you have responsibility for that whole crew, that whole staff, whatever it is your job is, and you know somebody is messing up and you keep letting them do it, that's on you now. You can't blame nobody but yourself, because you letting it happen now. You know about it. You know about it. Guess what? You're participatory. It's on you. And we're letting it happen, guys. General manager says, I can't let this keep happening because now this is on me. He said that, didn't he? The interview, I listened to the interview. Linda sent it to me. This is on me now, Travis says. So he got to do something about it. Because everybody else won't. They won't. Hey, they won't do it. They won't curb it. They won't do it. Either they won't or they can't. And neither of those things are good. So he has to make a decision. And again, it's going to hurt a little bit. But I'd rather hurt now and be back in the Eastern Conference Finals than, I told y'all that was just a fluke. It was cool and everything, but them Hawks are the same old Hawks. Same old Hawks from 1966. Right? Not the 1999 Hawks, not the... There's the same old Hawks. And that's what we were supposed to break this year, finally. We legit might not win 40 games this year at this point. Literally. I know what the record was last year, and we ended up doing it with 10 less games. But we have not shown any semblance of that team from last year to be able to run off 15 of 16. Have we? We can't even go back-to-back now. Lakers aren't a good team by any stretch of the imagination. And we still couldn't beat them. I don't care if they got LeBron. Who's LeBron? I don't care about LeBron. Who's bad, right? AD wasn't out there. Sheesh. Russell Westbrook is terrible. And I mean terrible. 3 syllables. But we let Tucker and Avery Bradley kill us. Kill us. That got to be unacceptable, guys. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Travis is tanking. That's what I said. That's what I posted. I'm like, you know what? Y'all convinced me now. There is such a thing as tanking, and we're doing it. Because that's the only other thing that would make sense at this point. I could almost accept that. If, like, Travis Slant came out and actually said, you know what, I was actually trying to get the number 1 draft pick. That's what happened. I could almost believe it. I could almost respect it. If I really believed that there was such thing as losing on purpose. But I know we're not losing on purpose. We're losing because we're bad. We're losing because we're getting coached bad, too. We don't have enough coaching on our team to help out, to help subsidize the bad play. Coaching matters. Coaching is almost everything. Bill Belichick has proved that. Old boy in Pittsburgh has proved that. Never had a losing season. They ain't had a whole bunch of number 1 draft picks of any kind for 15 straight freaking years. And they finished over 500 his whole career over there and won a Super Bowl? Come on. Coaching matters. Making people responsible and accountable matters. And right now, we don't have the coaching, we don't have the accountability, and your general manager has said it. And that's who you listen to. Because he's the one who can make the decisions. And right now, he's basically rethinking his whole strategy. And that's a scary thought. We don't need to waste this season from Trae. Again, I said it. Like, really, we should have made the playoffs Trae's first year and his second year. We don't need to waste this season here, y'all. I'm just being real. I'm being real. I'm being real serious about that. We need to be always in the playoff hunt. We need to be proverbial contenders in the Eastern Conference from here on in. Trae is the dominant point guard of this particular generation. And it's not even close. Trae just broke another Nick record. Go ahead and start working on the statue. But if we don't make it back to the playoffs and back to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, I'm just trying to tell you. I'm not saying trade the whole team away to Seattle or anything, but god dang, put the team in Vancouver. I'll move to Vancouver. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to go to bed for real. I'm talk to y'all later. Have fun. We got to just hope it can get better, but I'm totally prepared that it won't right now. And until something changes, I mean, I'm still pulling for the team and everything, but right now, they're not giving me a lot to pull for. They're not showing no effort. I've always said this, the team can go 0-82, but as long as they play hard every night, I'm good with that. I've been a Hawks fan all my life. The bad years, the good years, the middle years, the end years, whatever. As long as I can see them playing, and they're playing hard and they lose, or they're playing hard, but they really don't got no talent. Sometimes that's just how it is. Or you got that really bad coach, Bob Weiss, or other people I'm not even going to get into right now, like I usually would. But if you're just not, you just don't even really play hard, that's unacceptable. Because if I'm paying my money, or if I'm going to take 2 hours out of my night to watch, I need to see you play hard. I'm going to still root for you, but I can't just incessantly root for you where you're not even playing hard, and it's obvious you're not playing as hard as you can be playing. That's a problem for me at that point. It should be a problem for everybody. But some ain't. For some it's not. It's not that they're trying to lose. They're just not playing hard. But anyway, let me go. I'll talk to y'all later. Chauncey, Linda, Mario, and everybody else who watches this, appreciate it. Y'all enjoy. Share it a little bit. Like I said, I will be getting back on the air soon. If you want to listen to old episodes of Around the ATL, okay, feel free to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and all the other platforms. You just type in Around the ATL, you hear it. Follow me on Twitter if you're not on there, Intellect ATL, or the IMTM Radio page on Twitter. I got 2 pages there. Instagram, of course, is IMTM Radio. I'll start posting there soon, too. So, anyway, talk to y'all later. Peace.